In June 1908, there was a powerful explosion in the sky over Siberian taiga. The blast was recorded on various seismic stations across the world. 60 kilometers south sat Sergei on his porch, who described the site as, "In the north, the sky split in two, and it was wide and high above the forest. At that moment I became so hot as if my shirt was on fire. But at that moment the sky slammed shut, and there was a strong blow. I was thrown a few meters." The energy this blast produced is estimated to have been from 3 to 30,000 tons of TNT, which is equivalent to hundreds of Hiroshima atomic bombs. So, was it a nuclear weapon? Maybe. Who knows? Due to Siberia's remoteness and harsh winters, first expedition to explore the site was led only 13 years later by mineralogist Leonid Kulik. Witness accounts he gathered from the locals confirmed his suspicion that this was a meteorite impact. When he got the funding for a second expedition in 1927, he found what's now known to have been 80 million trees, flattened in a 50-kilometer radius around one single impact point. Upon reaching this epicenter, they found branchless trees standing up in a circle right below the epicenter. Because there was no crater meant that this meteor had exploded above ground in what's known as an airburst, when a meteor heats up its surrounding air upon entering planet's atmosphere and explodes. Because the shockwave was right above, trees below were stripped of branches and left there like telephone poles, whereas the ones around knocked down. Similar thing on a smaller scale actually happened in Chelyabinsk back in 2013. A meteor exploded 30 kilometers above ground and its fragments later landed in a lake. However, the Tunguska meteor was 3 times larger and 3 times closer to the ground. Had it exploded above the city, well, there wouldn't be a city. Objects of this size are estimated to collide with Earth once every 100 years. And while the Tunguska meteor didn't cause the end of the world, the scene local people Evanks described was truly post-apocalyptic. Red skies gradually fading west, trees burning on the ground, heat and smoke rising. However, there were only 2 accounted deaths. Of course, many more unknown indigenous people and moose without a Russian passport were killed in the fire. On the bright side, nights after the explosion all across Europe, people reported that skies were aglow. So bright that you could read your favorite newspaper at night. This was due to smoke from the site covering the skies and reflecting sunlight across the globe. Leonid Kulik continued his research but never found any fragments of the meteor. He eventually had to return home to fight in World War II and died as a German prisoner. There's actually a crater on the moon named after him, so that's pretty cool. Since then, other scientists, like Andrei Zlobin, have found stones in peat bogs that potentially could be of extraterrestrial origin, but none have been 100% proven. Because no crater was ever found, many didn't believe that it was a meteor. Surely there had to be a crater, for example, in a nearby lake. None was ever found. Other theories besides a meteor include, for example, magma escaping Earth's core in a large blast, or more believably, an alien spaceship crashing, or just straight up saving us by shooting the meteor. However, it is important to mention that no traces of radioactivity were found. Because so much time had passed before first outsiders reached the site, much of the evidence, including locals' witness accounts, was unfortunately lost to time. However, for now, this event reminds us that no matter how vast the space might seem, collisions can happen. And had this one happened just a bit to the south, we would know it as the Tunguska event, a meteor that almost killed millions.